So with the release of Floor 6, there's a lot of new items and a couple changes to some previous items. There's basically a new multi-class called the Necromancer. There's a new Necromancer armor set. There's a new Necromancer sword. And the Reaper Scythe isn't that bad anymore. So first, I'm going to be buying a little bit of Necromancer gear and just maxing it out. So first, I'm going to go over here and just buy the boots. And I'm going to buy the leggings. There we go. I have both of these. The Necromancer sword has an ability called Raise Souls. So basically, when you kill a monster, you get to take their soul and use it on your side. And this item has 2 soul slots. If you go to the Reaper Scythe actually has 3 soul slots. But the thing about the Reaper Scythe is it's a non-dungeon item. So that means it'd be easier to kill things with the Necromancer sword since it's a dungeon item. So I'm gonna go buy this thing. There we go. We have our sword. Okay, so now I basically have everything I need to put on the sword. So let's go ahead and enchant this thing. Time to put Fable on it. Let's do this. Ooh, 1 million. There we go. Let's maybe put a star or 2 on this. I don't have to put very much essence, but yeah, I don't have enough. Okay, so now time for armor reforges. Okay, now onto the reforges. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not getting the chestplate or helmet, it's because 1, chestplate, it costs like 50 million coins, and 2, the Mana Fedora is probably better because double healing is probably, I prefer double healing over 1 monster, and because it already has the perfect reforge. So I was debating if I wanted to reforge these to either perfect or fierce, but I'm going to put them on fierce now. Okay, so I have gotten 1 star on like each of the things, but I'm gonna have to ask someone to put more stars on it, so I'm gonna do that really quick. I did record a little bit of this earlier, like an hour worth of footage, except, I don't know, I didn't really understand how Necromancer worked at all, and I was kind of just rambling on. But yeah, so now I'm basically making a guide on how it works and explaining what Necromancers really do. So basically the way that capturing souls works is, when you kill a mob, based on their level, so for example, this is a level 1 zombie, it's just basically always going to drop a soul. And you click on the soul and it adds it to your sword. And you can see by just hovering over it. Or if you shift and right click, you can see the souls you have. So the level 1 zombie is not that good. Level 1, base damage 20, health 100. This is terrible. Like, it's just going to die. But you can get higher level things. Like, for example, I have a Fell. This is from Dungeons floor 5 and 6. And I have a Skeletor. This is just from any floor. But the higher level the mob, the harder it is to get. So for example, if I go, this is a 500,000 health Skeletor. So this is from like floor 4. But for example, a floor 4 Skeletor would be much easier to get than like example a floor 6 one, because a floor 6 one would have like higher level and it would have higher HP. But if you do manage to catch a higher level one, you'd be rewarded with better stats. And to summon the mobs, you basically just right click and it's dependent on your mana. So basically the Skeletor, since it's like level 90 and the stats, I don't know how the math works, but it comes out to 125 mana. So if we go down here and I just let this Cryptical attack me, you can see the Skeletor is doing 7200 damage, which is about the round of damage it's supposed to do. 7200, yeah, I'm pretty sure it adds up from your gear or whatever sword you're holding, but I'm not really sure how the math works 100% yet. For example here, now my Skeletor is attacking the Golden Ghoul, and the Golden Ghoul is attacking the Skeletor. You can see its health has gone down a little bit, but you don't really have to worry about this. If their health is getting low, you just summon them, you just take them back into your sword, and you just resummon them, and they have full health again. Except, you do want to be careful, because if they die, they're basically just deleted from your sword. So for example, if I get this Crypt Ghoul soul right here, and I just summon some guys, you know, really quickly. And then once this Golden Ghoul see he killed my Crypt Ghoul, the Crypt Ghoul is no longer in the sword. So you want to be careful if you have a really high level mob, you don't just want to lose it. It's kind of like Pokemon Nuzlocke. And if you don't know, Pokemon Nuzlocke is just when your Pokemon die, you can't heal them, they're just gone. So yeah, the armor and sword you have, it basically determines the amount of souls you can have. For example, this sword can hold 2 souls, and each of these armor pieces adds another 1 soul, basically like Summoner class in Terraria, how you can get more summon slots. So right now I can hold a total of 4 summons. Reaper Scythe, after the buff, can hold 3 souls, except I wouldn't really recommend getting this because this thing is a dungeon sword, and basically dungeon items, they get stats based on your Catacombs level. So I'm going to try and hop into a dungeon and see if I get a high level soul. Okay, so you might have saw there, I just picked up a soul. It is the soul of a zombie soldier, level 93. So if I shift right click the sword, you can see 260k health, 3,200 damage. So if we summon him, oh, he's not summoning because we have a fell. And the weird thing about the fell is it's just invisible. Like when I first saw it, like I was like, wait, where is it? It just wasn't there. But yeah, so I guess for this build, you're gonna want to optimize for damage and mana. But I'm just gonna swap to my very wise set once I get to like a safe location really quickly, so I can actually use it. Okay, there we go. We have summoned our zombie soldier. So his stats aren't as good as the Skeletor or anything, but he does have some okay stats. But yeah, I find that mobs in dungeons tend to be harder to get the higher the floors go up. Yeah, I mean, they just tend to be harder to get in general compared to the ones outside of dungeons, but they're way much better. I have heard of people who have gotten like the sleeping golem from floor 6, and apparently it has like 20 million HP as a summon. Like, that's absolutely insane. Right now I can kind of see, like, you see this floating pile of arrows? That's the fell. It just has arrows on it. It's just, I don't understand why it's like this. Yeah, you can see he's there. He's taking, just can't see him. Oh, so apparently I've gotten another Crypt Lurker, right? Another zombie. He does more damage, just less health, but yeah. Sometimes, like, I don't know, I don't really want this guy that much, so if you don't really want them, you just get rid of them, so you have more space for a better soul. So, is Necromancer worth it? Overall, right now, I'd probably say no, because you need the good RNG to really get the good mobs, but if you do happen to get them, then it is pretty good, but the chestplate and helmet are kind of expensive. Well, the helmet isn't expensive, but the chestplate's like 50 mil, so I'd probably say wait for that to go down. But yeah, definitely try and get the Necromancer boots, legs, and maybe sword, because these have like an insane EHP. So, thanks for watching the video. If you like these types of, I guess, guides, maybe I'll try and make more. I don't really know, but thanks for watching.